Alright, let's get into GOATED 2026 because this movie surprised me in a way I genuinely did not expect. Going in, my expectations were low, and I mean low. The trailers did this movie no favors for me. The animation style looks so goofy and over-stylized and felt like it was trying way too hard to recreate the magic of Spider-Verse. Which, to be fair, makes sense since it's the same animation company. But instead of feeling inspired, it just came off like it was chasing a trend. The exaggerated proportions, the hyper-saturated colors, the choppy frame rate movement, it all screamed, look, we're cool and stylized too, rather than building its own identity. On top of that, I'm not a massive animation person. I love animated films, but only the truly great ones. I probably have around 30 animated movies that I absolutely adore, that I think are masterpieces or near masterpieces. Outside of that, a lot of them just don't fully connect with me. So when I saw GOAT's marketing, I wasn't expecting some hidden gem. I was expecting something mildly entertaining at best, maybe even boring. The main reason I was excited at all was because I wanted to go see it with my family. There's something special about sitting in a theater together, even if the movie is just decent. So I went in thinking the worst it can be is boring. That's it. If it's harmless and passes the time, cool. I was so into it. Because honestly, I really enjoyed GOAT. Is it a work of art? No. Is it revolutionary? No. Is it gonna change the landscape of animated sports movies forever? Absolutely not. But if you just want a solid, entertaining, feel-good time at the movies, this is absolutely the kind of film you go see. The story follows this undersized GOAT who's constantly told he can't play because he's too small. It's the classic underdog setup. Everyone doubts him, other players don't take him seriously, and when he gets the opportunity to join this world's version of the NBA, this massive global stage filled with elite animal athletes, people absolutely flip out. The media questions it, the league questions it, the players question it, and the entire narrative becomes about him trying to prove them wrong. Is it generic? Yes, you can see a lot of the beats coming from a mile away. The doubters, the first big failure, the locker room tension, the big emotional speech, the final game, it's all there, but even knowing that, I still found myself invested. The execution matters, and for the most part, the movie executes it very well. The basketball sequences are energetic and surprisingly well choreographed. The way the camera moves during games makes the action feel dynamic and intense. You feel the pressure of the crowd, the speed of the court, the stakes of every play. Now let's talk about the animation, because this is where I was most skeptical. In the trailers, it looked distracting and try hard, but in the actual film, it worked way better than I expected. The colors are vibrant without being overwhelming, the arenas feel massive and alive. The character designs, while exaggerated, actually help distinguish each player's personality and role on the court. The stylized motion during big moments adds impact to key play. There are shots during the final game that generally look pretty spectacular. The voice acting is another strong point. Caleb McLaughlin, who Stranger Things fans will know as Lucas, voices Will, and he generally does a great job. He brings energy, vulnerability, and determination to the role. You can feel Will's frustration and ambition in his performance. The rest of the cast voicing the other animal players in the league are also fantastic. Each character has personality. None of them feel completely flat or phoned in. The locker room scenes especially benefit from strong vocal performances. You actually feel the team dynamics shifting over time. Another huge positive that I wasn't expecting, this movie is actually really funny. There are so many little moments where characters are listening to ridiculous moments at the worst possible times or doing completely unexpected goofy things mid-scene, and it just works. The timing of the jokes is sharp, and the physical comedy with the different animal characters lands way more often than it misses. My entire theater was laughing constantly, like full-on loud laughs, not just quiet chuckles. It created such a fun atmosphere watching it with a crowd. The humor never feels mean-spirited or forced. It just adds to the charm and keeps the movie from ever feeling too heavy. And honestly, one of the biggest surprises for me was how entertaining it was. I went in expecting a boring and lifeless animated sports movie that just relied on flashy visuals and loud music. Instead, I got something with real emotion behind it. The film moves at a solid pace. It doesn't overstay its welcome. It tells its story efficiently and delivers the emotional beats in a way that, while not groundbreaking, still works. Moving on to the the negatives, we have to talk about Will, because oh my god, it can be so annoying. There are multiple moments where he joins this established team and immediately starts giving emotional speeches like he's been the captain for years. He lectures veteran players. He acts like he understands the league better than people who've been grinding their whole lives. It's frustrating. Instead of his leadership feeling earned through struggle and growth, it sometimes just feels handed to him because he's the protagonist. Like, bro, you just got here. Relax. Let the development happen naturally. It's not enough to ruin the movie, but there were definitely some scenes where I rolled my eyes. And then there's the rewatchability factor. I don't think GOAT is a movie I'll revisit often. Once you've seen the arc play out and experienced the big emotional climax, you kind of go, that was a good time, and then you move on. It doesn't have that layered depth or emotional complexity that makes you want to analyze it or rewatch it years later. It's enjoyable in the moment, but it doesn't stick in your brain the way that truly great animated films do. I also still have an issue with the Spider-Verse style frame rate trick. You know what I'm talking about. The slightly choppier, almost 12 FPS look for certain character movements. It works in Spider-Verse because that's baked into its identity and artistic vision. Here it sometimes feels like imitation rather than innovation. It didn't ruin the movie, but there were moments where I thought this doesn't fully fit the story. I felt like they were borrowing someone else's language instead of creating their own. Still, I can't deny that I had a generally good time. It surprised me, it entertained me, it made the movie night worth it. And sometimes that's enough. So overall, GOAT is a fun, energetic, heartfelt sports movie that works way better than its trailer suggests. It has some annoying character moments, it leans a little too hard into stylistic imitation at times, and probably won't become a long-term favorite, but it delivers what it promises, a solid, crowd-pleasing underdog story. Final grade, B.
Hey, that's pretty good.
So what did you guys think of GOAT? Did it surprise you too, or were you not feeling it at all? Let me know, and goodbye guys.